The power of integrity. Lessons from the life of Daniel. In today's world, the word integrity is often overshadowed by the desire to fit in, gain popularity, or avoid confrontation. Yet, integrity is one of the most vital qualities a person can possess. The Bible provides powerful examples of individuals who held firmly to their convictions no matter the cost. One such example is Daniel, a man who remained steadfast in his faith even when his life was on the line. His story teaches us that integrity is not just about doing the right thing, it's about being the right person, regardless of the circumstances. Daniel's story begins with his captivity in Babylon, far from his home in Jerusalem. Despite being in a foreign land with different customs and beliefs, Daniel refused to abandon his devotion to God. When the Babylonian king ordered Daniel and his friends to eat food that went against their religious beliefs, Daniel respectfully requested a diet of vegetables and water. Daniel 1:8-16. His commitment to God's commands, even in small matters, highlights the importance of everyday choices in building a life of integrity. Later, as a high-ranking official under King Darius, Daniel's integrity once again set him apart. Jealous of his success, other officials conspired to have him killed. They knew the only way to trap him was through his faith, so they convinced the king to issue a decree forbidding prayer to anyone but the king for 30 days. Daniel 6:6-9. Daniel, however, continued his daily practice of praying to God 3 times a day, fully aware of the consequences. His courage and unwavering faith remind us that integrity often requires standing firm, even when it's risky. The Bible consistently highlights the value of integrity. Proverbs 11:3 states, "The integrity of the upright guides them, but the crookedness of the treacherous destroys them." This verse illustrates a simple but profound truth. Integrity leads to stability and guidance, while deceit brings ruin. For Daniel, integrity not only guided his actions, but also brought God's favor and protection. Even when he was thrown into the lion's den, God sent an angel to shut the mouths of the lions, sparing Daniel's life. Daniel 6:22. His integrity ultimately led to his vindication and the downfall of his enemies. Living with integrity also brings personal peace. Psalm 26:1 says, "Vindicate me, O Lord, for I have walked in my integrity, and I have trusted in the Lord without wavering." Walking in integrity allows us to stand confidently before God and others, knowing that our actions align with our beliefs. In contrast, living without integrity often leads to guilt, anxiety, and broken relationships. For us today, maintaining integrity can be particularly challenging. The desire to fit in with friends, impress peers, or avoid conflict can tempt us to compromise our values. Whether it's lying to avoid getting in trouble, gossiping to feel included, or cheating to get better grades, the pressures are real. But as Proverbs 19:1 reminds us, better is a poor person who walks in integrity than one who is crooked in speech and is a fool. In other words, it's better to be true to yourself and your faith than to gain approval through dishonesty. Think about the kids at school who may not have the latest clothes or the coolest cars, but walk in humility and honesty. They might not be in the popular crowd, but their integrity speaks louder than their social status. These are the people you can trust because what you see is what you get. Their example mirrors Daniel's life, remaining faithful and upright even when it isn't convenient. Daniel's story challenges us to consider how we would respond in similar situations. Would we have the courage to stand firm in our faith, knowing it could cost us our friendships, reputation, or even our lives? Proverbs 20:7 states, "The righteous who walks in his integrity, blessed are his children after him." This verse emphasizes that integrity doesn't just affect us, it impacts those around us, including future generations. By choosing to live with integrity today, we lay a foundation for a life that honors God and blesses others. So how can we develop integrity in their daily lives? It starts with small, consistent choices. Just as Daniel's integrity was evident in both his diet and his prayer life, our character is shaped by the decisions we make every day. Here are some practical steps. Know your values. Take time to reflect on what you believe and why. Ground yourself in God's Word, which provides a clear standard for right and wrong. Practice honesty. Commit to being truthful in all areas of your life, even when it's uncomfortable or inconvenient. Stand firm under pressure. When faced with peer pressure or difficult situations, remember Daniel's example and trust that God will honor your faithfulness. Seek accountability. Surround yourself with friends and mentors who encourage you to stay true to your beliefs. Pray for strength. Like Daniel, make prayer a regular part of your life. Ask God for the courage and wisdom to live with integrity. Living with integrity doesn't mean life will be easy, but it does mean you'll experience God's guidance and peace. Daniel's story demonstrates that God honors those who honor him. Even when Daniel faced the lions, he trusted in God's power to protect him, and his faith was rewarded. Similarly, when we walk in integrity, we can trust that God will work all things together for our good. Romans 8:28. Integrity builds trust and respect with others. People are drawn to those who are consistent, reliable, and sincere. By living authentically, we create opportunities to influence others for Christ and show them the power of a life devoted to God. The life of Daniel is a powerful example of what it means to live with integrity. His unwavering faith, even in the face of death, teaches us that our relationship with God is worth more than anything this world can offer. You have the opportunity to build a life of integrity by making small, daily choices that honor God. Remember, the challenges you face today are shaping the person you will become tomorrow. Like Daniel, may you walk in integrity, trust in God without wavering, and experience the blessings that come from living a life of faith and conviction.